Hello, I'm Dane, and this is Dan Explains. Could the universe be a black hole? I've done videos on the subject in the past that approach it from different angles because, well, we don't actually know what happens inside a black hole, if anything at all. A few weeks ago, I did a video on how the universe could be a black hole. I concluded that it would only work if time ran backwards inside the black hole. Let me explain why. First, let's start off by giving a quick recap. In the video I did a few weeks ago, I critiqued another video recently done by Kurt Scott. In that video, they postulated that since the universe has more mass in it than a black hole, the size of the whole universe, theoretically speaking, it should be a black hole. Like I pointed out in my video, they ignored dark energy, which would negate their reasoning. But let's suppose it was true. They also postulated that since space-time is so curved inside of a black hole, that the axis of space you're falling along becomes time-like instead of space-like. The issue with that idea is that the further you fall into the black hole, the more cramped it gets, which is, well, the opposite of our universe. There is a theory that the arrow of time is controlled by entropy. Basically, time flows in the direction of low entropy to high entropy, so lower disorder to higher disorder. Ignoring what's going on the surface of a black hole, this is the opposite of what happens inside the black hole, where everything gets crammed into a single point in the center. So for something falling in, the appearance of time may actually be reversed. Reversing time inside the black hole does make the interior more like our universe. A time-reversed black hole isn't a new concept, and there is a name for it: a whitehole. It's what's thought to be on the other side of a black hole if it's connected to another point in space through a wormhole. Yeah, I know this got sci-fi pretty fast, but bear with me. To see if this is possible for our universe, we have to imagine what would happen if time was flowing backwards for something falling into a black hole. It would begin by assembling, or essentially squirting out of the singularity in the center of the black hole. This matches closely with the Big Bang at the beginning of our universe. From there, you get pushed away at nearly the speed of light. But this would only seem like time passing to you. So, what it would look like to you is the universe around you was growing, like ours today. The issue would be what happens once you start to get near the edge, also known as the event horizon. There, the direction of entropy, and in turn time, flips. This would seem to imply that time would just cease to pass. So, you get stuck there, unable to exit. This actually matches with what we believe happens near the surface of a black hole when you fall in. Time slows down. At least for the outside observer, time completely freezes at the surface of the event horizon. If this were the case for our own universe, at some point, time itself would just seem to grind to a halt at the moment the mass that made up the Big Bang, which makes us up as well, tried to exit the universe. For objects falling in, sometime before the heat death of the universe, black holes stop feeding, so they stop growing. In fact, they evaporate via a mechanism known as Hawking radiation, obliterating everything that's inside of it, or even near its surface. Named after, you guessed it, Stephen Hawking. For objects trying to exit, they would meet a fiery fate at the moment of the black hole's creation, because time is reversed. It would happen in the blink of an eye, however, since time would also appear to be frozen. So it's basically destruction, either at the beginning of the black hole or at the end of the black hole. The funny thing is, the energy for the object that fell in would only be part of the black hole's mass after it fell in. But if that object were a person, its perception would be that it was in a black hole only up to that point, when the universe it was in would suddenly collapse, because time was flowing backwards. Contradictions like this make me seriously doubt that our universe could be in a time-reversed black hole, or a white hole. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, and other topics ranging from theology to science, please press the like button. Subscribe to my channel and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon to get extra content and special perks. Link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.